Welcome everyone. Today we are starting our new topic, that is relation in roots. If I'm talking about that relation in roots, then first thing which comes in the mind, that is reciprocal roots. If I'm talking about reciprocal roots, it means a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is given, and they are saying that the roots of the equation are reciprocal to each other. As we know that alpha and beta are the two roots of the given quadratic equation, and they are saying that it is reciprocal to each other, so we can take the condition alpha is equal to 1 upon beta. As we know that the product of root is always alpha beta, that is c upon a. We are equating the coefficients and we will write it c upon a. Since the roots are reciprocal to each other, so in place of alpha here I can write 1 upon beta into beta, that is c upon a, which can be cancelled. So here it will be c is equal to a. That means whenever they are giving that the roots of the given quadratic equation are reciprocal to each other, we can use the condition c is equal to a. Whenever it is given that the roots are reciprocal to each other, we can use the condition c upon a. Same to next one. If it is given that the roots are 0, either one of the root or both roots are given 0, then which condition we have to use? Here I am talking about both. 0 roots, either one or both, either one or both. If one root is 0, then let me take alpha is equal to 0, but beta is non-zero. Beta is non-zero, but the product of both will be 0 since one is 0. Since alpha into beta is always c upon a, that is equal to 0. So here we can use the condition c is equal to 0. So whenever it is given that one of the root of the given quadratic equation is 0, so we can use the condition c is equal to 0. When both roots are given 0, then we can say that the sum of the roots also will be 0 and the product of the roots also will be 0. As sum of the roots is minus b upon a is equal to 0, so that means b is equal to 0. When the product is 0, that means c upon a is 0, then c is also 0. So when one root is 0, we can use the condition c is equal to 0. When both roots are 0, we can use the condition b equal to 0 and c equal to 0. Here I am telling about when it is given that the roots are infinite. So we will talk about both types, if either one root is infinite or both roots are infinite. So if I am saying that alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where alpha and beta are infinite. Okay. So we can say as 1 upon infinite is considered as 0. So here I can write 1 upon alpha and 1 upon beta, they may be equal to 0. If alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, then 1 upon alpha and 1 upon beta will be the roots of its reciprocal equation, that is cx square plus bx plus a equal to 0. And here 1 upon alpha and 1 upon beta will be tending to 0. If alpha is tending to infinite, then we can say 1 upon alpha will tend to 0. So if they are saying that one of the root is infinite, so we can say that 1 upon alpha is 0. So when one root is 0, in last part we have studied that c is always 0. When one of the root is 0, in its last part only we have studied c is 0. That means this one. And here c we can consider the constant part. So that means in place of c we can write a is equal to 0. So here we can remove this for the rest, for this another quadratic equation. Same way, if I am talking about that both roots are infinite. Both roots are infinite, so we can say 1 upon alpha, 1 upon beta, both will be 0 for the quadratic equation, this one. As we have studied in last part, when both roots are 0, then b and c both are 0, and here b and c are b and a. So that means for the infinite roots we can say, when we are taking the infinite roots, we can say b is equal to 0 and a is equal to 0. We can consider these properties. That means one of the root is infinite, so we can write a equal to 0. When both roots are given infinite, we can take b equal to 0 and a is equal to 0. Here I am telling the condition when it is given that in two quadratic equation, one root is common. Here I have taken two quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c, and another one is a dash x square plus b dash x plus c dash equal to 0. Here we have two quadratic equation, and it is said that they have one common root. So that one common root I have taken as alpha. Let alpha be the one common root of both quadratic equation. So since it is a common root, so it will satisfy the quadratic equation. So here I have written a alpha square plus b alpha plus c upon 0, a dash alpha square plus b dash alpha plus c dash is equal to 0. As we know the cross multiplication method to solve the equations. So here, as we were writing here x, y and 1, I have written alpha square, alpha and 1. So when I will find out here, so I have to hide the coefficients of alpha square, and it will be b into c dash minus c into d dash. When I will equate the coefficients of alpha, then I have to hide this one. It will be c into a dash minus a into c dash. Same for the constant, we will hide this one. It will be ab dash minus ba dash. So how to solve these three parts now? First of all, we can take these two together. So when we will take these two together, one alpha can be cancelled with one power. So here alpha will be, this term we can take upside. So it will be bc dash minus b dash c upon ca dash minus a c dash. If I will consider these two together, then again alpha will be ca dash minus ac dash upon ab dash minus ba dash. Once from these two parts we will find out the value of alpha, then second time we will find out the value of alpha from these two parts. And both we are equating here. Now you can do the cross multiply here, and you will get the condition which you can use when one of the root is given common in both quadratic equation. You can write the equation here together. You can consider its coefficient like abc and a dash, b dash, c dash, and you can use this relation. You can do the cross multiplication and you can use this relation to find out the root. Next is given when both of the roots are given common. So as I have written, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and another equation was a dash x square b dash x plus c dash is equal to 0. If I am saying that both roots are equal, so let for the first quadratic equation, the sum of the roots was minus b upon a, and for the second alpha plus beta, since both are same, so it will be minus b dash upon a dash. For the first one the product was c upon a, and for the second one the product is c dash upon a dash. Since it is given, the condition is given that both roots are same, both roots are common. So that means the sum of the roots also should be equal. So when I will write it together, minus b upon a is minus b dash upon a dash. So it will be a upon a dash is equal to b upon b dash. One of the property we got. Since these two are also equal, when both roots are equal, the product of these two also will be equal. So we can write it c upon a is equal to c dash upon a dash. So we can write it a upon a dash is equal to c upon c dash. From these both relations, you can understand that a upon a dash is equal to b upon b dash is equal to c upon c dash. This condition we can use when both of the roots are given equal. Whenever they are saying that two quadratic equations are given and these equations have both common roots, so we can use this condition. And if one root is given common, so we can use the last condition which I told for the cross multiplication. Here I have done question number 1 first part for you, as it was given in the equation that ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic equation, and they have given that one of the root is thrice the other root. So here I have written the condition alpha is equal to thrice of beta, since they said that one of the root is thrice of other. So as I know that sum of the root is minus b upon a, and in place of alpha I have taken 3 beta. So together it will be 4 beta is equal to minus b upon a. So the beta will be minus b upon 4a. Here I have written about beta. As I know that alpha is thrice of beta, this was already given. So alpha will be thrice of beta, minus b upon minus 3b upon 4a it will be. As we know that the product of roots is c upon a, so here I have written the product of these two. So it will be plus 3b square upon 16a square. Then they are asking the condition for it. So we can remove this a by a. So here the condition will be 3b square is equal to 16ac. Here we got the condition. Here question number 3, it was given x square plus px plus q is equal to 0 and x square plus lx plus m is equal to 0. They have given that the ratio of the roots, as you know that by Sridharacharya formula we are always finding out the roots, that is always minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. That is the way to find out the roots. So here one of the root is in plus and another root is in minus. So here same condition we have used, minus b plus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a minus b minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. That 2a will be cancelled to each other. Same for this equation, we have find out its 2 of the roots by Dharacharya formula, and we have taken the ratio. Now we have taken all the ratios of the first quadratic equation and both ratios, roots ratios of the second quadratic equation. Then what I did, I have used the componendo and dividendo rule to change it into the little simple form. So when I applied componendo and dividendo, numerator plus denominator, so this term will be cancelled, it will be minus 2p. Numerator minus denominator, that means these p will be cancelled out and these 2 will be here. 2 into under root p square minus 4q. Same for right hand side. When I will add it, these two terms will be cancelled. It will be minus 12 upon twice of under root l square plus minus 4m. Minus is cancelled with minus, 2 is cancelled with 2, and these two are also cancelled. Then what I have done the square of both sides. Now it is p square upon under root upon p square minus 4q is equal to l square upon l square minus 4m. Now you can simplify. When you will simplify this, you will get exactly what they are asking to prove. Just to simplify it and get your answer. Here question number 11 is done. Two quadratic equation, 3x square plus 4mx plus 2 equal to 0, and another one, 2x square plus 3x minus 2 equal to 0 was given. They have given the condition that one of the root is common. As we have already studied the condition for one of the root that we have found by that cross multiplication method. So there we got the condition bc dash minus b dash c upon ca dash upon ac dash is equal to ca dash minus ac dash upon ab dash minus a dash b. As I told you that you can cross multiply also, and if you want then you can use this condition too. So here a b c, a dash b dash c dash, we can compare and we can get the value. If you want then you can write it here, otherwise you can use simple method also. As it is bc dash 4m into minus 2, it will be minus 8m, b dash minus b dash c, b dash c, that means 3 into 2, so it will be minus 6. Same way you can keep all the values here, you will get a quadratic equation. Here what I have done, to make it little positive, minus I have taken common outside, so it will be 8m plus 6, minus here from here also I have taken, it will be 8m minus 9, and that minus will be plus, will be cancelled, and 10 into 10 will be 100. So you will get the quadratic equation 32m square minus 12m minus 77. So you can do the factorization. That will be minus 56 plus 44. When you will solve it further, you will get both values, m equal to 7 upon 4 and m equal to minus 11 upon 8. So here I have done some questions for you. Just go through the concept carefully and try to solve the questions. Thank you.